Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Solution Provider, a complete course for CATIA. In the last video we have started the Sketcher workbench and I explained you the difference between the sketch and the position sketch. So I recommend you always use the position sketch so you can orient your plane or your worksheet on which you are going to work. In the last video I also explained the profile commands and I hope all the commands are clear to you, and in this video we will talk about constraints. What are constraints? Constraints are used to arrest the degree of freedom, and we know in the 2D space or a 3D space we have 6 degree of freedoms. And to understand one by one I am going to make one sketch. And if we talk about constraints, constraints are of two types: the geometrical constraints and dimensional constraints. Under dimensional constraints like distance, length, angle are the dimensional constraints, and parallelism, perpendicular, tangency, concentricity are the geometrical constraints. Like in this figure you can see vertical H, vertical V in the green color. These are the geometrical constraints, means they are defining this line is horizontal line, this line is vertical line, and there is no constraint on this line because this line is at some angle. So we cannot say this line is vertical or horizontal. Okay, now we will do, and I will make one ellipse too, so I will explain some more commands. I will give a major axis, I will press a shift key so no snapping will be there. Okay, to use the constraints command I can go to insert and there's a constraints. We have 4 major options, and under the constraint creation we have more 4 options are there. So total 8 options we have under the constraints command, and all the 8 options we can see here in the toolbar. 1 2 3 4 5 and 2 in this 6 7 and this one is 8. Now one by one we will study all the. In this toolbar we can see this command is inactive. To activate this command we have to select the sketch first. As I selected, the command is active. As I click on the command, one dialog box is open, and these are the all geometrical and dimensional constraint which we can use to own any sketch. But on this particular sketch that I have selected, only 2 3 4 5 4 kind of constraints I can use. The semi major axis, this is the major axis, semi minor axis, and I can make the major axis a horizontal or a vertical. I wish to make a horizontal. Okay, what is that? Now one more option is left, fix. I will tell you the fix for this fix command. Now in this, if you want to drag the dimension out, you just press the left click on the arrow and you can drag it out, like same here in the drag it out. If you want to move the dimension up and down, click on the dimension, press the left key over the dimension and you can move it. If you wanna change the dimension, you just press double click 2 times, left click, double click, and you may change the dimension 90. Now what is fix command? I will make one more ellipse so I can tell you the difference. I will select this command, the dialog box will open and I will select fix. Okay, now if you can see, the first ellipse was in white color. As I selected the fix command, this is in green color. The green color reflects the sketch is fully constrained. The sketch has 0 degree of freedom, and this sketch we have defined the major axis, we have defined the minor axis, but still the location of this sketch is not defined with respect to this datum, or the location of this sketch is not defined in the 2D space. But like I can move this page, this sketch, but I cannot move this sketch because the position and the dimension of this figure is fixed. Whatever dimension this ellipse have, whatever the position it's have, it's fixed with respect to its datum. That's why it is fully constrained. If I want to make this ellipse a fully constrained, I need to define its location. So to define a location, what can I do? Select the major axis, press the control button, select the center point, press the dialog box, the constraint definition dialog box, you can put a dimension, the dimension is there. Okay, you want to give the vertical measure distance, select this axis, horizontal axis and center point. Now you can give the distance, Now you can see one more options available is coincidence. If I click the coincidence command, then the distance will be 0 and this center point will in the coincidence with horizontal axis. I will show you coincidence now, and you can see this sketch is still now is in green color. It means it is fully constrained, it have no degree of freedom, you can see. Okay, so I hope to use this constraint defined in dialog box command is clear. How to use, you just click on the sketch, and the option will available. Now the next command is constraint, and you can see here also constraint. Under the configuration constraint, and in the toolbar you can see these constraints. To use this constraint command you are free. You can select the sketch first or you can select the command first. Okay, first I will select the sketch, then I click on the command constraint. Now it is giving me a measure axis, diameter of the measure axis, but I want first to dimension the minor axis. So give a right click. Now there are some more options which I can put on this sketch. I want to put semi measure axis. Now you can click the left click to place the dimension. In the same way I select the command ellipse, right click, and I can give the semi minor axis. I already gave. I want the measure axis should be horizontal. The horizontal symbol is there, it reflects the geometrical constraint. One more time I will give. Okay, this still the figure is partially constrained, or I say this is not a fully constrained figure. So I need to define its location with respect to this universal coordinate system, or I can define its location with its constraint sketch also, because the location of these ellipses are fixed or the location is defined in the 2D space. So I will use the constraint command. I want to use it multiple times, or I can use it 2 times because I need to define the horizontal measure distance and vertical measure distance. So I will double click over the command so I can use multiple times. Double click. Now I will click on the center and I want to define the distance from this. It will give me a distance, the shortest distance. I want the horizontal measure distance, so you need to right click horizontal measure distance. Now in the same way you need to click the center, again this center, right click, vertical measure distance. Now this figure is constrained. Now I will give you some more examples to explain this figure. I will make a rectangle. I want to give some dimension here. I will double click in this command, left click, put the dimension, left click over this. Again this figure is partially constrained because I need to fix its location. So I will select the line, then I will select this axis, horizontal measure distance. I will select this line, the horizontal axis. This is a vertical measure distance. This is complete. This is a fully constrained figure. Now I hope these two commands are clear to you now. Okay, now I will explain you some more commands here. Like I will create one circle and one line, and I will constant constraints. Select this command, select center, select line. Now they are coming at tangency. The constant constraints command are at tangency. Mean if a circle and line, we can select the command and give the geometrical constraint tangency between them. And one more thing I will explain to you is I will create one line, two line, and one more line I will create here. Like you can see, the left hand side distance and the right hand side distance are not equal, but I want this line, these two lines will be equally separated with respect to the center line. I will select this command constraints. I will select this line, then I will select second line, then I give a right click, allow symmetry line. Which is symmetry line? This is symmetry line. Now this center line and the left hand side and right hand distance are clear. So you can use these options in this way. If you feel any problem, you can ask. You just select the command, what type of dimension or geometrical constraint you have to give. If you want to give a length, you just If I want to give a length of a line, I need to select that a particular line. If I need to give angle, so I need to select two lines. Like I will show you here. Like I need to give the angle of this line with respect to this line. So I will select this line. The inside angle or outside angle, it depends upon you. If the inside, you can drag the mouse inside. If you want outside, drag the mouse outside. Now come to fix together. Like I will say this line is independent, this line is independent, and this line is independent. They are on a one sketch, but they are three entities. I want to make the three identity to be fixed together, like they will move together. So I will select the fix together command, this line, and this line. Okay, now they will move together. Okay, this command is clear to maybe this command is not much used, but still you have to know. The next command is auto constraint. This command is important, but I will suggest or recommend to not use this command in the beginning. Better you will use this constraint command when you will be a very active using this command, then you can use this auto constraint command. To explain your auto constraint command, I will make new workbench, part, control N, you need to press control N, then part. Okay, then you can select a sketch, select the position sketch to enter in the sketcher workbench. Now I will click one rectangle. I will select the auto constraint command. I will select this rectangle. In the reference element, with reference element means with you have to define this location with respect to what? The reference element is called the reference element. I will give this universal coordinate system as a reference element, vertical axis, and the element to be constrained these 4 lines. Okay, now this figure automatically get constrained and the sketch is fully constrained. Okay, and if I make more circles and I will put dimension. Now I want to edit all the dimensions together. So what I can do, I can select this command, edit multi constraints. A dialog box will open, or I can say a new window will open and containing all the constraints we have given in this sketch, and you can edit here 45, preview, diameter is 49, and this value, and whatever dimension you will click, it will reflect in the orange color. For 31.6 I want it 32, preview. Okay, I hope all the commands are clear to you now. Now I will make one example for you to make all the commands clear. I will make one sketch, make a line, profile line I have selected. I will select this curve. While using again the commands, you will get very much friendly all the commands, and you can use in a very effective manner. I use the profile command and I close this command, but I have not properly closed. The endpoint was this, and I join this line on this command. So I can trim this portion. So how can I trim? Under this there is a quick trim. In the second video I have explained all these options. You can check out my second video. And now in this sketch you can see this is tangency, this is coincidence. I will put the dimensions here. I will select this command, double click. I will put the dimension, define its radius, dimension. You just need to click left click and drag the dimension. I need to angle between two figures, so I need to select first line, then second line, angle, same in this region, dimension. I want this line should be horizontal. Select this line, give a right click, horizontal. I want this line should be vertical, left click, select the line, then right click, vertical. Same for this line, left click, then right click, horizontal. I use this command in a multi times, the more than one time, because I have selected this command by double click, so you can use it multiple times. Now still I have given the dimensions. This figure is in white color, so I need to put more dimensions, means this figure is not fully constrained. I haven't arrested all its degree and degree of freedom, so we will put more dimension. You can check it which is movable. Okay, now you can see we have defined the dimension of this sketch, but we haven't defined the location of this sketch. So double click off, and I will define this location with respect to this rectangle. So double click with this base, the vertical measure distance, sorry I have selected the wrong, double click the vertical measure distance, the horizontal measure distance, and I have from this line, from this I want a vertical measure distance. Now you can see this sketch is fully constrained. In the last 15 minutes we were understanding the constraint command, and we understood the linear, how to put the linear dimension, how to put the angular dimension, how to use contact constraints, and we gone through the three new terminology: the unconstrained or partially constrained, the fully constrained is in green color, and over constraints. So let's see, if I make one rectangle is in white color, it means this is unconstrained figure, it has 6 degree of freedom, and this is in complete green color, it is fully constrained. If I delete this dimension, now this is partial white, partial green, so I can say it's a partial constraint. If I put the dimension here, and what is over constraint, I will show you like this. Now this portion is in dark pink color, this is defining this sketch have over constraint, means the dimension I need to put on this sketch to arrest the 6 degree of freedom, I have put more than that, means a single dimension I have put it 2 times, which is one is non-definable. So how we are analyze the sketch, or how we can diagnose our sketch? So to use or to diagnose the sketch, we can use this visualization toolbar. Under this we have 6 commands, ignore the first 3, and this is diagnose, dimensional constraints, and geometrical constraints. Under diagnose we have 3 color bands, as we can see, white, green, and this one is pink. If I delete this, you can see the pink color, green color. So this diagnose will use the 3 color band and diagnose the sketch and give the result on our screen. If I uncheck this command, there will be no color. If I delete this, there will be no effect. If I put the dimension, there will be no effect on the sketch. Same for these 2 commands. If I uncheck, there will be no dimensional constraints nor geometrical constraint. So we have to check all the 3 commands to analyze our sketch in a better way, so we can make our sketch fully constrained. So if you are unable to see the visualization, you can get it from view, toolbar, and visualization. This is for all about for this video. If you feel any query while practicing the constraint command, you can free to ask. You can drop your question in the comment section, and you can mail me directly using my email ID, and my email ID is under the description. Thank you very much. Stay fit.